Hello, and welcome to Great Craps. So if you're a fan of Waylon's Weight Craps like I am, you know that Waylon has a ton of strategies he's accumulated over 20 plus years of playing craps. They're handwritten in books like these. Analog, old school. It's awesome. It's affectionately become known as the Book of Waylon. I just started playing craps this year. I don't have any of these books like this, but I do have this book. It has a lot of groups on there dedicated to craps. I like to read some of the posts on there and people's strategies. Some of them are great, some of them are not so great, but I pay attention and I write them down. And so this is the basis for my new series, Strategies from the Book of Face. Enjoy. This is the first video in my new series, Strategies from the Book of Face. This strategy comes from Ryan. Ryan posted about a month ago in one of the feeds that I follow, and took a lot of heat for his strategy. Got a lot of comments, a lot of negative, some positive. He took some of the feedback and actually tweaked the strategy, but he defended it overall pretty well, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It's very complicated. I would not recommend it for beginners. You really need to understand the bets that are going to go down here and understand how some of them work together or against other things and so on. So not a recommended strategy for beginners. It's pretty busy, a lot of action, very, very actiony. And overall pretty interesting, and it does make money. I've played it a few times and had some success with it, but I just think it's an interesting strategy and really interesting way of thinking all over the table and putting everything together. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the table and show you how it works. So we're going to start with a $2,000 bankroll, and it starts off simple enough with a $50 pass line bet and a $10 field. And all we want to begin with is a point to be established. Doesn't matter if we're the shooter or not, we're still going to make the same bets on the initial go. So let's say the point becomes a 5. That's going to lose our field, and what we'll do with it is we'll go ahead and take it up to 25. And from there, we just stay in 25 increments. We're only going to press it up one more time if we lose it again to 50. We're not going to go past that. But basically, if you lose it, you just replace it and up it one level. Of course, next step is going to be to come down with 520 across. And we're not going to place the point. We're just basically going to put $100 on every number. Of course, put our caps on our 6s and 8s. If the point is a 6 or an 8, we're just going to move that bet and remove the cap to the 5 or whatever the sister number is. And in this case, we're going to leave the 5 as our point. And then we're also going to come down with a 250 don't come. And we're going to throw $25 on the yo and $5 on the 11. And we're going to put 25 each on the 7s, hopping the 7s. Now those are to protect against bad things happening on the next roll. And of course, if we win there, that's going to cover some of it. But we've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of action on the table. We're also going to put $50 in odds behind the pass line. So a lot of stuff to remember on that second roll, but once you get it down, it kind of works out. Need to be ready and tipping your dealers good to work all this action. So let's say the next roll is a 6. So we're going to win on the 6, and we're going to win 140 on that. And what we're going to do is rack it. We will take the bet down, and whatever the sister number is, we're going to take it down as well and drop it to half. So we'll come down with 70 on that. We're going to lose our field bet on a 6. No big deal. And of course, we're going to lose all these out here. Also not a big deal. And our DC is going to travel to be behind the 6. So everything we won, we're going to rack, reduce our levels, and then the next step is we're going to come down with a $50 combat. $50 combat. We'll roll again. Let's say the next roll is a 9. We're going to win 140 on the 9. Same deal, sort of whack-a-mole. We're going to take it down. And since we don't have a place bet on the 5, what we're going to do is we're just going to take down our odds on the 5. So that's how we reduce the sister number if the sister number happens to be the point. So we'll just rack and collect everything. And I forgot I should have put a 50 down there. But our combat's going to travel to the 9. And now we just repeat that. So another $50 combat and let everything play out. Eventually, you're going to hit the dreaded 7. And so let's say that happens on the next roll. So we're going to lose everything up here on the line. So there's 250, 310. Right? 310. But we're going to win here, 50, and we're going to win 250 there. We're also going to lose our pass line, so 360 overall lost. And let's see where we come out. So 200. 350, and of course that comes down. So we only lost $10 after all of that action there. Meanwhile, we took a couple of hits and actually made money overall, I think, on the hand. I think you'd have to look at all the other bets to really figure out the math, but so far you get the idea, I think. And so what I'm going to do now is just reset my bankroll here, and we'll roll it out. So we've got our rack reset to $2,000 bankroll. We're going to start off with the $50 pass line, $10 in the come. Go ahead and get a point established. Doesn't matter if we're the shooter or not. Same bets is what we're going to make. And right off the bet, we get a 4-3-7, which is a frontline winner. It's going to lose in the field. So lose in the field, but we're going to win 50 on the pass line. We'll just go ahead and replace our field and come up to 25. Rack the other 25, and go ahead and keep trying to get a point. So we got a 6-3-9. 9 will be the point. And what we're going to do now is come down with 540. Across. Of course, our 4 and 10 are going to be buy bets. And we're going to go ahead and put $50 in odds behind our pass line bet. Our field is going to win 25. So what we'll do is go ahead and take that down and return it to the original $10 bet. We're also going to place a $250 don't come, a $25 each hopping bid red, $25 yo, and a $5 midnight. That's the most complicated stage of this whole process, is getting those second roll bets put out. And so let's get that number in there. Let's do it. Dice are out. Then we get a hard 4, which is great. Great for us. So 2-2, hard 4. So this 100 on the 4 is going to pay 200 for a $5 VIG. Go ahead and take that out of the rack. And we're going to take that bet down and rack it. And then the sister number over here, we're going to take it down as well and replace it with half the bet size. So we're going to take the $100 buy bet down and replace it with a $50 buy bet. Now our 4 there in the field is also going to win 10, and we'll just rack that as well. Our horn numbers are going to lose, and our 7s are going to lose. That's okay. And our don't come is going to travel behind the 4. The next step we're going to do before the next roll is we're going to put $50 in the come. And from here, we're just going to play the whack-a-mole and repeat this $50 come bet until the whole hand resolves. So let's go. Dice are out. And we get a 6-5 yo. So that's going to win in the field. Nice $10. We're just going to take that and rack it. It's also going to win in the come. Nice little $50. We're going to take that and rack it. We're going to leave our come bet where it is. We're going to leave our field bet where it is. And here we go. Dice are out. And we got a 3-2-5. So our field's going to get knocked off for no field 5. We will replace it with 25. Our $100 on the 5 is going to win 140. We're going to take that down. And since our opposite sister number is the point, what we're going to do instead of, well, we don't have a place bet on it, so we can't bring it down. What we're going to do instead is take down our odds behind the pass line. Bring those back to the rack. So our come bet is going to move to the 5. And we're going to come down with another $50 come bet. And here we go. Dice are out. And we got a 6-4-10. So our $50 on the 10 is going to win 70. And we'll just pay 75 for 5. And rack that. Our field on the 10 is going to win 25. And now we can take that down and replace it back down to the base level of 10. Our 10 is going to come down, and we already won on the 4, so there's nothing to reduce there, but our come bet is going to move to the 4. And come down with another $50 come bet. And dice are out. So we get a 5-1-6. This is a great roll for this strategy. Our field is going to lose. That's okay. We're going to go up to 25 on it. Our 6 is going to win 140. We're going to bring it down. Rack it. And reduce the 8 by half. So we're going to take it from 120 to 60. come bet is going to move to the 6. We're going to put another come bet down. And we're going to roll. Dice are out. And we get a 6-1-7. So let's see what happens now. Our pass line's going to lose, our field's going to lose, our come is going to win. Let's do this a little differently. So our pass line is going to lose, our field is going to lose, all of these bets here are going to lose. However, our field's going to win 1-1, and our 250 behind the traveled from the don't come is also going to win 1-1. So there's 200. Now we get to drop another 25, so there's 250. And overall, for that hand, I think we're going to come out on top. So we'll pull everything down now that we've got a 7 out. Those 10 were from there. And so let's see where we stand. We'll go ahead and color up these. Let's see, yeah, let's color up these. There's 100. There's 100. So there's 200 right there. So there is our original $2,000 bankroll. We're shy $5 because we had a vig to pay, but $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $600 on one hand. So it's a pretty good roll. Probably some of the best case scenarios you could find for this, but I think you get the idea. And in the interest of keeping this video short, I'm going to stop it right there. I think I'll take a $600 win on a $2,000 bankroll. Works out pretty nicely. So, thanks for watching Great Craps. Hope you enjoyed.